Jamie Vardy to Manchester United. Florentino Perez playing a trick this time. He's targeting Arsenal's defensive crown jewel. Paulo Dybala linked with a move to Liverpool? There is definitely something brewing up at Anfield. And Pep Guardiola is already fed up with a player that just arrived, barely half a year at the club, and he's already causing trouble. Darwin Núñez heading to Italy? His next club might already be decided. That and lots more in today's news roundup. But before we start into the madness, please like the video, and for new viewers hit the subscribe button. All set? Let's get into the latest transfer chaos. First stop, Anfield. And yes, Paulo Dybala is somehow in the conversation. Liverpool have reportedly made an approach. And honestly, it's not as crazy as it sounds. Sure, he's 31 and hasn't kicked a ball since March thanks to yet another injury. But considering what Liverpool fans have had to endure with Darwin Núñez up top, even a half-fit Dybala starts sounding like a luxury upgrade. Italian outlet Il Romanista claims the Reds have reached out to his camp. They're looking for more class in the final third. And after the Núñez roller coaster, who wouldn't be? Problem is, Dybala wants to stay put. Roma even handed him a contract extension in January. But here's the twist, money. Roma are feeling the squeeze, and Dybala's wages are weighing heavy. Cue Liverpool with their fat Premier League budget. Transfermarkt rates Dybala at just €8 million. That's peanuts compared to what Liverpool splashed on Núñez, $75 million. Technically, you could afford 9 Dybalas for that. Wild, right? Speaking of stats, here's one for you. 80% of you watching haven't hit subscribe yet. That's more shocking than Núñez missing a sitter. So go on, make my day and hit that button. It's free and way more satisfying than watching Darwin sky another open goal. Now, to be fair, Dybala's no sure bet. The injuries, his age, the pace of the Premier League, it's all a gamble. But what he's got that Darwin doesn't? Football IQ. He's smart, technically gifted, deadly from set pieces. Last season, 8 goals, 4 assists in 36 appearances. Respectable, considering he's more of a creator than a poacher. Liverpool need new spark in attack. Salah's getting older, and let's be honest, the Núñez experiment hasn't exactly delivered. 8 million for Dybala? Even as a bench option, it's worth the risk. And who knows, if he settles fast, he could end up being the steal of the season. Meanwhile, over in Manchester, classic city chaos. Pep Guardiola is already ready to move on from Nico Gonzalez just 6 months after bringing him in from Porto. You really can't make this stuff up. Back in January, they were scrambling for reinforcements. Enter Gonzalez. Now, looks like it's exit time. According to Football Insider, the players' representatives are already exploring a summer transfer. The most Pep thing ever: sign a player in a panic, then decide there's no room in the squad. And just like that, Gonzalez could be on his way out. Why? Apparently, Pep's decided the midfield's too crowded. Needs a trim. This, of course, after already lining up a replacement. It's like buying a new car before you've sold the old one and realizing your driveway's too small. And let's not forget, Gonzalez isn't some random name. La Masia graduate, struggled to break through at Barca, found rhythm at Porto, then got scooped up by City. But after 17 Premier League appearances and 2 goals, Pep's had enough. Because, of course, Pep doesn't just want decent players, he wants magic. A midfielder who can play fullback, winger, striker, and make it look like art. And the kicker? He's already got the next one lined up before Nico's even packed. It's relentless. But to be fair, Gonzalez is still only 23, versatile, and experienced. There'll be clubs ready to jump, just not City anymore. At this rate, Pep's turning his squad into a luxury loan farm. Porto must be laughing, sold him in winter. Now watching him bounce back to the market like a boomerang. Let's head across town. Yep, that's right, Jamie Vardy to Manchester United. No, you didn't time travel to 2016. This is real. Reports suggest the 38-year-old has been offered to United in what can only be described as a chaotic striker search. Free agent, loads of experience, still got that fire in his belly. Sounds mad, but also, maybe? Vardy's story is the stuff of legend. Fleetwood Town to Premier League icon. Now, after leaving Leicester, he might be heading to Old Trafford. And he's not alone. Intermediaries have also thrown Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Callum Wilson into the mix. All English, all free agents. Feels like a supermarket sweep for strikers. Apparently, Calvert-Lewin's already out of the running. But Wilson and Vardy? Still under consideration. United are debating whether a short-term fix is the answer. Højlund's been inconsistent. Joshua Zirkzee isn't lighting up the stage yet. Rumors even claim Højlund could be heading to Inter Milan. So yeah, United need bodies. And who better than a wildcard veteran with a nose for goal and no transfer fee? Vardy may not have the legs he once did, but the movement, the fight, the eye for opportunity, still there. He'd bring energy, leadership, and a classic no-nonsense mentality. Imagine Vardy as a super sub. Late goals, big moments, and some chaos off the bench. If Højlund goes, Vardy could plug the gap, at least while United hunt for their long-term number 9. Could be genius, could be madness. Let me know what you think down below. Would Vardy deliver, or is this just another panic move? Meanwhile, over in Turin, Vlahovic drama incoming. Again, Juventus want him out. He wants compensation. And Milan? Allegri's calling him up like it's 2022 all over again. The Serb isn't renewing. Rejected Juve's 8 million a year offer cold. He's currently making 12 mil net. Doesn't want less at all. Now he's demanding 10 million just to rip up his deal. Split between himself and his agents, the infamous Ristic brothers. Juve, laughing it off. They're not paying, especially after slashing agent fees in the post-boardroom cleansing era. They've done it before. Just ask Jonathan David's reps, walked away empty-handed. Meanwhile, Milan are circling, but the offer? 6 mil a year. That's half of what he's on now. Vlahovic is 24. He's not ready for pay cuts and nostalgia. Inter are interested too, but same problem, no money, and still need to pay Juve 25 million. The Saudis? Not even in the conversation. Vlahovic wants Champions League football, so we're stuck. Juve want cash. Vlahovic wants his exit bonus. Milan can't afford it. Inter are broke. His agents? Already plotting a free transfer next year. Patience game. Let the contract run down. Control the move. Even Fenerbahce tried their luck. Mourinho called. Project looked good. Vlahovic wasn't sold. And now, Juve risk keeping an unhappy player on big wages, will walk next year for nothing. What a saga. Back at Anfield, the Darwin Núñez era could finally be drawing to a close. Napoli have launched a bid, 55 million euros on the table. Liverpool said no thanks. Want closer to 75 mil classic stance. If you overpaid, you want to over-recover. But the fact that anyone's offering that much is a miracle. Antonio Conte reportedly wants Darwin badly. You've got to admire the bravery. If he turns Núñez into a consistent striker, forget manager of the year, give him a statue. More likely, he turns Darwin into a box-to-box midfielder just to keep him away from the penalty area. Still, Napoli are serious. They've even met with Núñez's agent Failai Ramadani. They're offering 5 to 6 million a year. Tempting. For Liverpool, this is more than tactical, it's financial. Florian Wirtz wasn't cheap. They need to sell to balance things out. And who better than a striker who's struggling to find form under Arne Slot? Rumors suggest Slot's already moved on. Other clubs are sniffing too, Atletico, Milan, even Saudi sides. And let's be real, the Saudis could go over 75 million without blinking. So Liverpool are playing the waiting game. The longer it drags, the higher the price could go. But for fans, it's agony. Another week of memes and open goal misses. Still, Darwin apparently wants the Napoli move. He believes Conte can fix him. Brave man. The next offer could be decisive. If it hits 65 to 70 mil, Liverpool might just say yes. And finally, to London. William Saliba, Arsenal's rock, might be eyeing a Spanish crown. Le Dick Sport claims the Frenchman is genuinely considering a move to Real Madrid. Childhood dream, Galactico status, the whole thing. Arsenal are desperate to keep him. Huge contract offer on the table. He's already among the club's highest earners. But this one's about ambition, not cash. Saliba's torn between building something at Arsenal and chasing history at the Bernabeu. Arteta wants an answer soon. Saliba isn't just a player, he's the player. The spine of Arsenal's backline. Mr. Composure. Losing him? It's a catastrophe. A full structural collapse. He's that important. Madrid, meanwhile, are circling like hawks. And they're not hiding it. Alaba, Militao, Rudiger, they've got depth. But Saliba's elegance is something else. He's a Xabi Alonso type player's dream. Arsenal fans are praying, begging, hoping the extension gets signed. But as always, contracts don't stop the whispers. 2 years left on the deal. Plenty of time to stir the pot. We're in the early stages, but the tension is building. Stay tuned, because if Saliba moves, it could be the summer's biggest shock. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.